long-awaited 3 weeks. The excavation crew has finally been able to get up here to give us some rock to fill in the basement that goes under the slab. Like I mentioned in the last video, you saw we had snow for the whole week and it was melting. It was too mucky and wet. The week before that was rain, and excavation crews couldn't get up. They actually tried to come up with one of their trucks and got stuck, so I'll insert that video clip here. So basically, now that it's dry enough, they were able to get up here with their conveyor truck to shoot this rock in here. And I'll show you what we got going. So we are mostly filled in here. We got about an arc left like that. They think they should have one more truck, should cut it. And originally we were planning to park the truck up top and then shoot it from up top into the basement, and they decided they needed to get closer, so they brought in their bulldozer to cut in a road, basically just so their truck can get in here. And got their truck in here, been shooting it in for the most part and getting it leveled off. I'll show you how we're doing that. We got this concrete rake here with the laser attached onto it, and then the laser is sitting right there, and basically just going around and listening to the tones of whether it's in the green. If it's too high, it beeps and tells you to go down. If you're too low, it gives you a different tone to tell you to bring it back up. So getting it leveled off the best we can, get it prepped so we can put our vapor barrier down and start putting foam down, and continue on with the remesh and all the tubing for our radiant floor heating. So I am excited to say we are finally able to get something done up here. Finally getting some work after 3 weeks of kind of just sitting in limbo. It's kind of it's what happens when you're building your own house, and excavation crews have priority obviously somewhere else, in whether it's commercial buildings or returning contractor customers. They're going to care more about those guys than they will about somebody who's building their own house, and then they won't bring them any more service after that. So I don't blame them, but I'm just happy to get some rock in here so we can move forward. So exciting stuff. Awesome. Hey guys, wanted to share some of the current situation with you, what's going on. Just out of nowhere, got a huge gust of wind, and it uncovered my tarp off of everything. The blue tarp was running down these straps and all the way out here, and had wood and stuff covering it up, and just lifted it up, and it looked like a big parachute was attached to the house. But yeah, I'm waiting for some reinforcements to show up so we can get this tarp back on. But came up with this idea to use some straps and put them into the anchor bolts up top and run it out of the house and nail in a metal stake, and so when it rains, you know, it's got some slope and it can run off, and when it snows, these straps can carry some of the weight so the tarp doesn't just immediately rip and give out. So yeah, we'll wait a little bit and wait for some reinforcements and get this thing back covered up, because it's starting to rain right now, so it would be good. Get you a little bit caught up here. As you can see, we've already ran the radiant tubing for the radiant floor heating for the house. So this is I got 3 inches of rigid foam that was actually recycled. Came off of the funny part is I didn't know about this until a little bit later. Came off of the Urey lecture hall from the University of Montana, and spelled differently than my name, but and they were re-roofing it, and they were getting rid of it, in one of the local recycling places that was doing the work posted these 3 inches. It's a 3-inch rigid foam that I ended up buying for a steal of a deal. So hopefully that tarp's not too loud and you can actually hear what I'm saying. So we got all our washed rock in there, and then we put down a 10 mil plastic vapor barrier, and then put in all the foam blocks and started running all the radiant tubes for the heating. Right here you can see is where they all come in. This is the mechanical room. I still got some tidying up to do there. But yeah, just going through and zip tying it down to the floor. And you can see I went ahead with spray paint and laid out where the walls were. And like this right here between is a doorway. I didn't want to put any of the tubing under the walls, just in case we need to put in anchors, you know, for the basement walls. I didn't want to risk the chance of hitting a tube. So like I said, I got some more work to do over there. I got to get it bundled up and pressure tested, and hopefully this week we can get some concrete poured.